You know, if we do that episode, I'm going balls to the wall on anyone.
Oh God. So so you're saying there has to be an episode where we basically just call out everybody.
We know we just call out someone we don't like and just talk a bunch of shit.
But no,
It'll be
anyway, I'm not
another
mentioning by
Twitch streamer.
name, but the thing is everyone knows I'm willing to talk about anything really, just talk. But I just don't like when people try to pull the bereaved card, cuz I'm like, there's no way you think that this is actually true. And then when they try to tell me that they do think it's true, I'm just like, but how though? There's history. And it just completely, and then because like we had it out over that, then he tried to show up in my DMs on some bullshit, and I was just like, nah, I ain't having that. So
If you're really bereaved, just steal your dad's credit card and go have a
yep,
field day.
yep, steal it, go
Oh
have a
wow.
field day. So we are now up. And like I said before, I am super
Can't wait to see.
excited.
Can't wait to see what this looks like.
It's probably going to be a letdown.
You just like fucking stick figures and shit.
you,
Looking at it right now.
you see what had happened was.
See, Red, I
God
gave you
darn
the
it!
round
Where
stick
is
figure.
this stupid link?
You just gotta type Twitch TV / Mighty Vicious.
No. Yeah, I do.
Oh, that is neat.
That's actually what I did. Need to do.
Exterminate. What's up? What's up?
What's up, Exterminate?
Oh, yeah, it's happening. We just had some right before everything was about to start. I had to restart because there was something happening with my audio. Couldn't hear nobody. And after a week of basically, a week, 30 minutes of being fine.
All right, I'm gonna put my Chinese food in the fridge.
So
It's talking time.
it's talking time. Let's see here. You know what? I have a silly issue that I am still fixing because for some reason, for reasons unbeknownst to there's you know what? There we go. Identify. And that should be 3. Yeah. So
That is the number that thou shalt count to. Thou shalt not count to 4. Sorry. Python in the Holy Grail moment. Sorry.
hey, it's all good. It's all good.
All right, let me get the Mighty Vicious up on my screen so that I might see the gloriousness of us.
Damn. I don't know about the gloriousness of us, but
What
it's
happened to all your freaking excitement, man? We are glorious. We are 4 glorious bastards. And except for him, because he went to go walk away. But
Cyborg Johnny, what's going on, my guy? Yeah, we're just getting everything straight because there were some last minute, after 30 minutes of us preparing for this and everything working fine, all of a sudden everything went to crap like at 6:58. So
oh, why it gotta be my fault?
I
It
didn't
wasn't my fault.
no, I
Okay, it
did
was
no,
my fault. No,
it-
I'm not. No, not you. Exterminate.
what-
Exterminate said it. It's
Oh.
my fault because my computer wasn't working. You leave my old refurbished 2-year-old piece of crap wasn't made to do podcast laptop alone.
Goddamn. That was a lot. That was a lot. But let's get a sound check now that we got people in here to verify. Can everybody hear everybody the way they're supposed to be heard? Is everyone levels good? Okay. We
Okay.
got him.
I'm good.
Jinx talking through a loudspeaker. Damn. I don't
He
think.
does
I think
look-
you need to turn down. You may need to turn down my levels a little bit, or I move my mic away. Is that better?
There. Well, I did both, so it'll be all right. Now we got that settled.
I felt like I was in a goddamn grocery store.
God damn.
God, yeah, Jesus. I didn't think it was. Well, maybe it's because I had already dropped everybody and adjusted everybody's levels in Discord, which you can do individually to set up. But yeah. So now we're set, and as soon as I get this set up, which Jesus Christ Almighty.
What did he got? What happened now?
You know, there's just a lot that I just don't feel happy about right now. And a lot of it is due to the fact that for some reason, it just doesn't want to, nothing wants to work for me all of a sudden. But you know what? I'm good with it. So, everybody, basically, for some reason, my third monitor isn't showing what's on the screen. So,
Man.
yep. So basically,
No,
I'm
just like I was like, I wish I had a third monitor.
yeah, and I, you know what? I just don't know what's going on with it. So what I'm gonna do instead is I'm gonna pull up some crazy stuff, but and while I'm basically calling everybody in. So, welcome to episode 8.59 of the Geeks in the Hood podcast. As you can see, we're doing it 4-way this time around, and basically we're going back over what we had to go through last week, which is Phase 4 with all the new information that we have coming around for it. So below me, you will see I have Baron Rufus Xanatos, a longtime friend of mine, comic book enthusiast. We also have Jinx Deadpool, usually with us here, and happy to have him back.
And be back with my crappy mic and phone and computer. Yeah.
I mean, hey, maybe it's because I adjusted it on my side, but it sounds fine to me. Yeah, you're allowed, but I mean, I turned that down. Then we have Red Nebula Pictures.
I'm a little bit baked.
Holy shit.
I had some Chinese food. What show am I on?
Damn. What show am I on?
What is this?
Where am I, guys? Where am I? So, let me see here. Basically, where we're at. Is there anything anybody needs to go over? Does anybody need to say anything?
No, I'm good. I just need. I mean, do I sound all right? Not to you. To just
I need to lower your levels on my Discord.
Okay.
Yeah, because
See, but why
You are
are they
coming in.
now? They're saying you need to turn it up.
That's what I'm saying. Like I don't know what's going on.
Hold up. Let me pull you back a little bit. Say something
It might have
now.
been because I moved. It might have been because I moved my mic. And when I say I'm mic, so
Huh. Because I can hear what the stream hears because it's pulling through my thing, so I don't. This is so weird. Like everybody else can hear him fine, right?
guys.
I'm talking to Baron, Red Nebula.
oh yeah, no, I can hear him. I just had to turn
Yeah,
the
no,
volume down.
it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, see? No, I guess I don't know.
Okay.
Mighty
Okay.
was so fucking
Okay.
excited.
Okay.
Mighty was so excited.
No, I'm
That's
still
just what
I'm still
Everyone's
excited.
Audio is good, but Jinx.
I'm not
I
gonna.
don't know. Let's be excited. We're gonna go through. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. You just gonna have to listen a little harder, Cyborg Johnny. I'll try and talk so it comes out better for you.
All right. Then that's what will be for now.
Johnny Five alive.
Exterminate says he can hear you, so I don't know what's going on that front. But like I said, give me an
amen.
Amen. There we go. So I am putting together a little something here.
There you go. That's my boy.
Because I refuse to have this go wrong. So I'm going.
Am I sounding a little bit better now? Because I also realized that my air conditioner decided to start going in the background.
There we go. So I'm ready.
Are you ready? Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, sounds better now. Well,
all right, let's get to going.
All right, so like I said,
oh, good God,
I'll go ahead and do it again. Welcome to episode 8.59 of the Geeks in the Hood podcast. I'm your host, Mighty Vicious. I'm here with my other co-host, Baron Rufus Xanatos.
What up?
Red Nebula Pictures.
Yo.
And Jinx Deadpool.
Wasabi.
All right. And we're going to start from the top. We're going over phase 4 of Marvel and everything they've announced, what we think about it, and ultimately where we think they are heading.
It's all shit.
Yikes. So,
wow. $1 trillion industry. That's where they're heading.
That basically. So, as we pointed out, I don't have to pull up the graphic anymore. We know what we're dealing with now. The news has been out for a while. So, first we'll start out with the Eternals. Now, is anyone here versed on the Eternals? Like, do we really know what we're getting into?
I kind of do. I read the Neil Gaiman run back from like I think it was like 2014 or something, or 2012 or something. I bought that hardcover. It was real nice. Drawn by John Romita Jr. John Romita Jr. Thank you. Yeah. But other than that, no. I mean, everything I know, I looked up on Wikipedia. Okay. I do know that they did some gender swaps with the casting.
Right.
Yeah, that's about it.
We'll hear about that.
That's about it.
I read Gaiman's run, a little bit of Gaiman's run as well, because I love Neil Gaiman. But other than that, not familiar.
Nope. I know they've actually continued the story more recently. Like they just did another Eternals run that I actually wanted to read. Because after I read freaking Gaiman's run, I was like, okay, I want to get in on this. And then I just never got around to it because it's just comic books and this shit is expensive.
Yeah.
It is week after week, man. Like going every week to get comic books now is.
Oh, I stopped doing that years ago. I collect because they put out the collections pretty quickly. Yeah. You know, it's like after 6 issues, they'll usually do like the 6 issues. I usually wait for the whole like the 12-issue run or whatever, and I just go buy it that way. But yeah, other than that, the cast itself looks amazing. And yes, Cyborg Johnny, they did some gender swaps. Not Salma Hayek's character. Actually, yeah, Salma Hayek's character is actually a male in the comics.
Yeah, Ajax.
Yeah, and there's another one that's someone else. It's playing the character of Makari, who's also known as Icarus, and that's a male character and that's female. The character Sprite is usually like actually androgynous. It can be boy or girl, but I do believe it was a boy, and he's like stuck as a teenager. That's a little girl in this one. So they've done a couple of them, and I don't care.
Yeah,
I just don't care.
So I mean, the story.
Got big ass titties.
Wow. So the story as it runs right now.
That's all I gotta say about the movie.
Original was that it's basically a race of immortal beings who lived on Earth and shaped its history and civilization. Being that you read the the Neil Gaiman storyline that appears to be the one that they're actually going with. So that should be fun.
As they should.
Yeah.
Neil Gaiman's one of the best writers of this modern age.
He actually was able to take a I don't know how old story, update it and like make me interested in it without me ever reading any of the prior stuff. The only thing I ever knew about the Eternals, other than was the fact that Cersei is a member of that group and Cersei was an Avenger. That's it.
Okay.
Salma Hayek's got some big ass titties.
All right, and I'm the most excited for what's his name, Dong Suk Ma, which if you
Yes.
watched,
racist.
wow, if you watched Train to Busan.
Oh, I love that movie.
Train to Busan, he played a character. That was the first time I think I saw him and learned his name. And he's playing character
Was
in
he
there.
the dude that put that wrapped the stuff around his arms?
Yes, that's him.
That was like fighting the dude? Oh, yeah, he was badass.
He's playing Gilgamesh, and the other person that I'm really hyped for is Brian Tyree Henry, who basically from Atlanta, who is just like, I'm so happy to see him like getting a lot of roles these days because he's fantastic on Atlanta.
He was Miles' dad in Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
So I'm happy about that. And like I said, we got a lot to get through, but I'm interested in seeing them capture the magic to turn this book that even people who read comics like don't really read. Like these characters.
Yeah, this is. These are straight classic characters too. These are. Yeah.
Well, they're making another Guardians of the Galaxy is what they're doing. This is another type of Guardians of the Galaxy franchise from the comic books. Little comic book that could. They pump it up with big stars, make it into a big blockbuster. And now, we walk around now acting like Guardians of the Galaxy is a mainstay of Marvel.
I mean,
just because of how the movies are.
Technically they kind of have been. They've just been they've just been through different incarnations, but yeah, they've been around since the 70s.
They've been around since the 70s, but they aren't like the top. They haven't been the top 5 sellers in the Marvel comics.
No.
See, Angelina Jolie is a big name, but I don't really see anybody else on this list as being a big name.
Salma Hayek?
No, not really.
Salma
Hayek.
Everybody knows Salma Hayek, but I couldn't tell you the last movie she was in or when it was.
She was
just to be fair.
For an Oscar. She was nominated for an Oscar.
The last thing I saw her in was Hitman's Bodyguard.
Oh yeah, she was in Hitman's Bodyguard.
She was real good in that.
But I completely I totally forgot she was in it. But yeah, I mean, that's the thing. It's like it's been a while to me since she's really been in the public eye. I mean,
she's had an Oscar nomination, so.
I mean that's cool. But honestly,
anybody, you know how that goes.
You don't have to be a big star to get an Oscar nomination. Is all I'm saying.
No, not at all. But it's like
it'll help her.
It's like it's
career-wise,
Yeah. It's something to build and promote the movie. You have 2 Oscar nominated actresses. The guy from Atlanta, wasn't he nominated for a Golden Globe for Atlanta?
I know.
Did he get a Golden Globe nom?
I know everybody was like from that show because it's amazing, but
yeah, I know. Well, in Atlanta itself, Golden Globe nominated, so there you got another credit to promote the movie.
But I'm just happy to see most of these people because just like this and with Shang-Chi, which we'll be going over later, like I feel like a lot of these are just people getting their chance at becoming like actual mega stars. Yeah. And a lot of them are people that honestly I just don't see a lot of people talking about on a daily basis. So I'm happy for them doing that. But with that, we can move on to Falcon and the Winter Soldier,
which I'm thoroughly excited about.
Same here.
Yeah. So go ahead.
No, I just think it's a great way to create a story that can move forward the films. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like whatever they do here is going to obviously impact where they go in whatever in the next Captain America movies.
No doubt. I'm definitely getting Disney Plus. I mean, I'm sold on Disney Plus.
Well, the return of Baron Zemo or Daniel Bruhl,
Yes.
that's what's
Yes.
excited me the most.
With the mask.
And the other thing which they didn't bring up during San Diego Comic-Con, which kind of confused me, was about a few months ago they were saying that John Cena was in talks to play John Walker, who is basically the government how do you say? The
Captain America, the government sanctioned Captain America.
Yeah, the government sanctioned Captain America for after Cap's gone. And I really expected them to say something to kind of blow that up. But like it wasn't even mentioned the whole week.
Well, that was just a rumor still back then. So we don't know if that's fully gone through.
Yeah, and they could be in contract negotiations like that.
Yeah, because Cena's still, Cena's still a wrestler, and they probably trying to figure out scheduling and all of that shit to make sure that he could do it.
Cena is absolute part-time wrestler. Like he showed up.
No, I know, because he's been doing a whole lot more acting. But my whole point is that's a huge commitment. You know what I mean? That's a huge commitment. So they need to make sure if it is actually not just a rumor, if it is based in fact, they need to make sure that they have all their ducks in a row before they let that one go. Because if they don't, then it's going to backfire on them and everybody's going to hate. So
also,
I feel like
Cena has a tendency to just pop up and stuff anyway without a whole lot of buy.
Exactly. So we may have just gotten, they may not want to blow that out of proportion, or that could just be that could be what happens in the movie, and Falcon and the Winter Soldier specifically deals with Zemo.
Yeah, I mean,
and then whatever happens there, fallout leads to them being like, all right, you're not good, you're not Cap material. This is our Cap, and that's what the movie would be.
Yeah, I think I don't think the wrestling schedule would be a problem because now I think Vince McMahon just makes action stars. I think that's WWE's responsibility now, just to make action stars. Now you're starting to see Roman Reigns in movies.
Yeah,
like Roman Reigns is in Calvin and Hobbes or whatever the hell that is.
Calvin and Hobbes, sir.
I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
I don't watch Rock movies. And I don't watch Fast and Furious movies, but yeah, he's in that, and now you're starting to see like, I think Shawn Michaels. My friend was doing on Crew with a movie with Shawn Michaels in it.
Oh God, yeah, don't. No, that movie I saw. If it's what I think it is, I saw that actual movie in Walmart and was like, why?
It wasn't the new Marine movie. It was some other like emotional movie.
Oh no! See, it wasn't even that. This was a horrible parody, and he was like, I don't know, like a Hulk Goblin thing. I don't know. It was wrong. It was wrong. Anyway, so yeah, Captain America. I mean, Falcon and Winter Soldier.
I could see John Cena being in the show, though. I could see John Cena being in the TV show.
Oh, I could definitely see that. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if they have him start there and he's just a soldier, he's just John Walker. But by the time the end of the show comes, he's their pick for Captain America, and then we get him in the next Captain America movie, and he's sort of the antagonist for a little while.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, well, I mean, like I said, I just heard so much about it about a month ago. Being that there were, like, it was official that there was at least contract negotiations going on. The rumor was just who he would be playing, but it all adds up. So I mean, maybe you're right. Maybe he's just still in contract negotiations.
Episode count.
What's up?
Oh, an episode count for the shows?
Yeah.
Not yet, I don't think.
Okay, I heard it was like 10 or something like that.
Oh.
I would think.
I think 10 is the right number because it feels like whenever they try to do like 12 or 13, once you pass that number 10, it's just like, oh, okay.
Right, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
10 episodes, an hour long each, is really all
Yeah.
you need in a superhero TV show.
Yeah, like I mean, every time we got past like the freaking 10th episode in any of those Netflix shows, it's just like, oh god, okay,
I'm exhausted.
can we wrap this up now? Yeah, like I'm worn out now. I need this to be over. It's like,
See,
Like,
They would always have those episodes in the middle that nobody gives a shit about.
Like the
Yeah.
Hand episodes. Like any episodes with the Hand and Elektra. Those are the episodes I didn't fucking care about.
Facts.
Facts. I really hate the Hand and I really hate Netflix's Elektra. I did not give a shit. Show me more Punisher and Daredevil. That's it.
well,
he's just a little biased.
yeah, just a
I
little.
just hate Elektra. I just don't care. I just don't give a shit. And then they dragged out the Hand all the way to the Defenders.
Ninjas, dude, they're ninjas.
I mean, I personally enjoy the Hand.
I'm sorry,
but I will say that
I enjoy this Hand.
that if they
I
didn't,
bet you do.
why? God damn. I just think that
That's what I
I just think that they dragged it out. Like they
did.
Yes.
didn't. But by dragging it
Really
out,
did.
I don't mean like they should have kept those scenes, but those scenes should have been better. Like you should have gotten to see the Hand and how it works, as opposed to just having people say, like, you know, basically just constantly bring up the Hand, and just
Yeah.
have them be this source in the background that you didn't really get to see anything about how they're built. Because I mean, there are a few characters from that group that I would have liked to have seen. Just my
Leadership was
2 cents.
weak though.
What's up?
Their leadership was weak.
There was. It was like
Yeah.
some old Chinese lady.
Oh, her,
Hey,
she was dope.
You leave Madame Gao alone.
No,
Madam
she just
Gao was
delivered. She
dope.
just delivered me my Panda Express. That's the lady. That that's the
Madam
lady
Gao
that
was the
charged the
shit.
Hand.
Madame Gao was the shit.
Oh no.
Whatever.
Yeah, Madame Gao is
and
the
then
shit.
and then Sigourney Weaver showed up and then fucked the whole thing. Anyway, we're moving on.
Sigourney Weaver is an American sweetheart.
Oh well,
She
there-
is.
Well,
She's
there
a
you're not
natural
wrong.
president.
There you're
Adam
not
Gow,
wrong
it
at
should have
all.
just been her.
No, you're absolutely
might be-
right. I love Sigourney Weaver, but I'm just mad that someone just came along and made Madame Gao look like nothing. I was just like, yo, hold up.
Sigourney Weaver's like 6'8", so like,
I know. Well, yeah, I know.
of course she'd
I
be a
should-
great villain.
Wow. So from there, we're gonna move on to Shang-Chi.
No, I wanted to go back. I wanted to go back on the ninjas thing. Here's why I don't like ninjas. Because every time ninjas have been presented to me, the Ninja Turtles have kicked their ass. Batman's kicked their ass. The Power Rangers. Just ninjas have been thrown in front of me like all my life. So where when I got to these Netflix shows, I was like, really, ninjas? Just seemed like a cop out. I liked Vincent D'Onofrio Kingpin, and it should have just ran with that. Vincent D'Onofrio should have been the head villain of the Defenders and all that good stuff. Anyway, that was my point.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So
So Shang-Chi.
I'm really happy, like, because when I heard they were like Simu Liu is playing Shang-Chi, and I was like, well, what has this dude done? And he
Did you wait? Did you hear about him though? What he did and him getting this part?
No, what did he get? What happened?
When they started making all these movies and having all these like ethnic characters and whatnot, he was like, "Oh, Black Panther, that's awesome. So when are we doing Shang-Chi?" And then he started tweeting, "I'd be a good Shang-Chi."
Well,
and then he got it.
Is Kevin Feige just like whoever shouts out whatever, I'm just gonna put them in a movie?
I feel like that sometimes. Like, yo, he actually knows the characters and whatnot. He probably would be. You know what? Give him the shot.
It doesn't work. He blocked me from Twitter.
damn. Well, I mean, he's a stuntman, and he's done some small roles here and there. Like even in the first Taken, but he's like a nobody. And
Yeah.
so I was like, good on them.
I'm
Good on
sure
them
his
for
family thinks he's somebody mighty.
wow. But
Maybe.
I would say, even though people probably don't know who Tony Choi Long is, I am
I do.
I am so fucking happy
I
that
fucking do. As
he's
soon as I heard he was cast, I was like, no.
yes, him as the
No,
Mandarin.
you couldn't get better casting than that. That is brilliant.
He made my Panda Express.
Wow.
Oh my lord.
This is getting racial in here.
Yeah,
If the only the only time that I
Y'all
will
are the ones that are like, let's put a white guy in the show. This is who I am.
wow. So no, if you don't know, he is a legendary Hong Kong actor, and he was in Infernal Affairs, which is the movie that was basically that was redone to create The Departed.
Yep.
And so
He's been in a whole lot more than that.
yes, a whole lot more. But that's what I think anybody who doesn't know him would be. They'd be like, "Oh, The Departed, where it came from, cool." But yeah,
Did you
he's
read
he's
about
awesome.
Hero.
Did you read about people, the Chinese people of descent, or just Chinese people being concerned about this movie?
They always
making
are.
it-
Yeah,
This is a real
yeah,
thing.
because of the Mandarin.
Yeah, because of the Mandarin and just how Hollywood has a history of whitewashing and misrepresenting
Everything
cultures
that's
and
not white. Yeah,
everything
Yeah,
that's not
basically.
white.
keep
Yes.
going. Yeah.
That's basically
Well,
it. Yep.
we can't even get Freddie Mercury right. You know what I mean? I think it's just white people just being inaccurate about everybody. You know, but
Wow.
it's just me.
Wow. So,
It's me. Bohemian Rhapsody still pissed me off, guys.
well, I'm gonna tell you, there's a chick that I like who's in this movie. Nobody knows who she's playing yet, but what I hate is her fucking name. Y'all know Aquafina?
Aquafina.
Oh, I
Yeah.
hate that chick.
Aquafina.
I don't
Named yourself
dislike
after water.
I don't dislike the chick. I just don't. I really want to know why she goes by that name. Like, I just really want to know.
I saw her host a Saturday Night Live, and I do not like her.
Well, Saturday Night Live is only good maybe 25% of the time, so I'm
really
not
all
gonna.
depends on
I'm
the
not
host.
gonna. I'm not gonna. It really doesn't. It depends on what skits they choose, and half
Yeah.
of their skits are fucking garbage. But either way, yeah, I just really
I
want to
was
know.
watching her on Saturday Night Live, going, "Why is this lady famous?"
Okay, so we got
Hey, Proper. That's
Proper
me.
came in, bringing in 6 people. We also have Sins or Cinciati. Thank you for coming in. We appreciate you being here. Love you to death.
I'm gonna change my name to Propel.
Propel. So,
Mighty.
Baron got.
Mighty.
yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Right there in the comments. There we go. I put it up.
Okay. Word. Well, check that out, guys.
Yeah.
What does
But-
it say?
I'm just, like I said, for this movie, being that we don't know much, I'm just really pumped that Marvel, for these small, at least for these smaller roles with characters that are like C and D tier, that they're willing to actually give people who aren't really well known a chance. And Shang-Chi is
I
great.
wholeheartedly agree. My biggest thing is with this is obviously like they said with the representation, but I feel like with the casting they've already gotten it half right. You just got to make sure you get your writers right. The other thing I'm worrying about is fight choreography. They need to get a Corey Yun, a Yun Wu Ping. They need to get they need to get somebody good, and they need to follow that freaking Into the Badlands.
Already got that covered.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I did read that. So they need to make sure that because if you can make someone like dude from wow, if you can make Nick Frost look like a badass in martial arts, then you don't have any excuses out there, Hollywood. That's the way I feel about that. And
I'm
he
still
looked
holding my
badass in
breath.
Into the Badlands.
I still feel like they're gonna drop that dude as Shang-Chi and cast Tom Cruise because it would. I mean,
Oh,
I know Hollywood. I know Hollywood.
I know him. I know him personally.
They're gonna show they're gonna show it to the test audience, and the test audience is just gonna be just a bunch of people going, "Well, I don't think that guy's strong enough," and then they're just gonna bring in Tom Cruise, all 5'5" of them.
All 5'5"
All
of him.
5'5", all 5'5", 50 years old of him.
Hey, he was the last samurai, bro. He was the last samurai, the very last one.
We're moving up past that. I can't even acknowledge that comment.
So,
oh God,
I'm just
on your PlayStation store.
I'm really happy. I'm really happy that they're finally coming back in and showing or hoping to show the Mandarin. Because
and do it well.
Because I enjoyed what they did in Iron Man 3.
I did too.
And
I did too.
And I think people turned into a bunch of whiny babies because he wasn't in the Iron Man suit the whole movie.
Yes.
But also a lot of people weren't paying attention to the Marvel one-shots. Basically when Marvel was doing them constantly after, like, for every movie for the Blu-rays.
Oh, I was.
And the one
All
shot,
Hail the King.
And the one shot, All Hail the King, was amazing. And and it addressed that he wasn't the real Mandarin, as he said he wasn't, but he was also confronted by the clan for the real Mandarin. And that was amazing.
I never saw that. I didn't like Iron Man 3.
Oh, it's not even a part of it. I think it's on I think it's on Thor: The Dark World.
Okay.
Yeah, it's on way, but you can find all of them on YouTube at this point. So yeah, just type in "All Hail the King" and you'll find it.
It was really good. It even had a little quick cameo by what's his name is Justin Hammer.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
I was
Sam Rockwell.
Yeah, Sam Rockwell.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I thought that I thought that whole thing was brilliant. I was like, okay, you literally just tied up two loose ends real quick, and then left enough dangling to say, and we can revisit this.
Yeah. And
whenever we choose to, we don't have to do it now, but when we want to, we can. And here they are.
So I'm interested to see what they do. And I did like. What?
How is Sam Rockwell not Carnage? Can anyone answer me that? Why is Sam Rockwell not Carnage?
Good pull.
Because they thought Woody Harrelson would have been a better choice.
That's all Sony right there.
That's all.
Yeah. I mean, we can't really talk about Sony and Marvel as the same thing.
You take Sam Rockwell's character from The Green Mile and you make it Carnage. Oscar.
Oh yeah, that would have been brilliant.
See,
that would have been brilliant.
See, everybody's in agreement here except me.
I do. Why?
Because I wish I could throw stuff at you.
Because I like Sam Rockwell a lot, and I think that he's a great actor, and he's even great at being devious. But I don't know if he's great at being. I don't know. At being crazy to the point of
killed it being hammered.
Okay, first of all, the character in The Green Mile, while he was a piece of shit and filth, he wasn't.
No, he wasn't crazy.
He wasn't crazy. He was just
crazy.
He wasn't crazy.
You killed two little girls. You're crazy.
No,
wait.
That's you're sociopathic. That does not mean you're crazy. He knew exactly what he's doing. Crazy means you're gone. You have no mental stability whatsoever. You have no idea what you're doing, when you're doing. You don't think anything through. You don't plan anything through. You can't do any of these things.
Yeah, that's how I saw his character.
He thought everything through. He thought all of this through, and that's why. And that's what I mean. I'm not disagreeing. I think he would be a good Carnage, but at the same time, I really think that if they do it right. So would Woody Harrelson. That fucking wig gotta go, but so would Woody Harrelson.
The wig does gotta go.
The wig gotta
I mean,
go, but Woody Harrelson, can pull play crazy.
Anyway.
Yeah, of course. But but that wig was horrible. Like I saw him at the end of that movie, was like, oh my god, why? What do we? Oh my, oh, whoa, really?
Oh, does he show up at the end of Venom or something?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Never planned to watch Venom though.
Well,
you know. Anyway, we're just gonna move on.
I just
So,
don't have plans.
yeah, I mean, hey, I can't really say anything against that because Venom was a regression for comic films. But even as that, as a person who had no interest in seeing it or paying any attention to it, I will even say that there were things that were better than I expected. They did a lot of things better than I expected.
I was watching that movie going, okay, this is gonna be a shit show, and I was just like, oh.
Are you okay, Red?
Yeah, I'm just doing my hair.
Okay, you look like you got like mad for a second.
No.
No, but all I'm saying is if Sam,
it's awkward stage.
all I'm saying is if Sam Rockwell
It's a teenager.
was Venom, I would have no problems. But being that they've cast someone else, it's just for some reason, like something about him. I'm just like, I feel like he could be something else. Though I did hear that Joey Manganiello reached out and he wants to play Kraven the Hunter for Spider-Man.
Oh fuck yeah!
Ooh, hell yeah!
Hell yeah! If WB will let him do that, please.
Yeah,
that thong wearing dude from Magic Mike.
yeah, and Drew Blood, he was the werewolf, and
I never saw True Blood.
Okay,
never saw
well,
Magic Mike either.
Oh my goodness!
did you see the deleted, or did you see this? Did you see the scene after? Was it after Justice League or was it after Batman v? No, it was after Justice League.
Yes, it was after.
Bro,
it was after Justice League.
Bro, I didn't even make it to those post-credit scenes.
Okay,
Fair.
okay.
That's fair.
I was like trash, and then I turned off my TV.
Yeah, that's basically. Justice League was garbage, but at the same time,
No, I know what he looks like though. He looks like a Craven. A pelvic thrusting Craven.
yes,
AKA, what is it? God, he's such a lucky man. Mr. Vergara.
yes, Sofia Vergara or Vergara.
Yeah, Mr. Sofia Vergara. Oh.
But that was another thing I heard.
Dope as Craven, but I still rather see him as Deathstroke.
I'm saying that was perfect casting.
Yeah, but DC is fucked. So that's why we're not. That's why
DC
we're talking.
So
yeah,
that's why we're talking Marvel.
When
Instead of
Affleck dropped out, they had to scrap the whole thing.
Yeah. So basically, we're up to WandaVision now.
That's gonna be a weird show.
Well, that's actually exactly what they said. They said it's going to be a weird show.
I know. I want it to be, but it's just like I need to know a little bit, like, because they didn't give any plot points. They just said these characters are going to show up, basically, and Wanda's going to basically be trying to pull her life together after the events of Endgame. So what is she doing? Just wandering the earth like Kwai Chang Caine?
She gonna try to do some crazy shit to bring Vision back.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
So, and it's gonna cause some repercussions, and that's gonna lead into her being in the movie with Doctor Strange. I bet you that's what's gonna happen.
That's pretty much what I was thinking too. But someone actually made a point of a theory of what if they do like a reverse M Day, where she ends up being the cause of mutants.
Ooh,
that is interesting. I know that they said that within this show and the Doctor Strange 2, she will officially become and be deemed the Scarlet Witch.
Scarlet Witch. Okay.
So
this is going to have to really do with magic this time. It's
apparently they are Go ahead.
Do they bring back Quicksilver?
Probably
No.
not,
I
but that'd be interesting too.
Multiverse.
mean, the multiverse allows for a lot of things, but they said this
Mhm.
show might deal with time hopping
Oh,
because
okay.
because apparently there was a hint that they gave during the panel where they were talking about what's his name, Tim King's comic, which was basically
Tom King.
set. It was set in the Tom King,
The
where
Visions.
where Vision was a family man in a nuclear family
Yeah.
type thing,
That
and it was set
comic
in like the
is-
1950s.
That comic is so dope. I got the whole hardcover in the other room. And
Huh?
I've met Tom King, and Tom King's former like FBI, CIA. He's a great, great dude.
Dude is
Very nice guy.
amazing. He's an amazing writer too.
Now, he brought Batman back to life for me personally. When he did his Batman Rebirth run.
Yeah.
I think that's still going on actually.
So
Yeah.
so basically, that's everything that we have for that show. But hearing that, I'm more excited for it than I was when they announced it.
Yeah.
Because when they
Yeah.
announced it, I was like, well, I'm going to watch it because I'm going to get Disney Plus and more shows. Cool. I'll take them.
They got my money.
But now they actually have me interested in what could possibly happen.
Right.
Next, we have Loki, which once I started thinking about it, I was a lot more excited than I thought I was for it. For anybody who's seen the logo, it's fucking garbage. But
Are we talking about Loki now?
yeah,
Yes.
Yeah. All I heard was that logo's fucking garbage. And I was like, oh, Loki. Yeah, here we go.
yeah. So, but the idea that it's the Loki from Endgame, from the alternate universe, without the character development that we've seen our Loki get, it could be like this is a wild card. Like, we don't know what Loki we're going to be dealing with, and whether or
We
not
know
we
exactly
might
which
see.
Loki we know exactly which Loki we're dealing with. It's the one that stole the freaking cube in Endgame.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Like,
but
that's the Loki that was in the first Avengers. And so let's say that he didn't, like, he hasn't gone through all the shit with Thor to
Yeah.
like
Oh, yeah,
make
no,
them
he
closer.
definitely
brothers.
hasn't. Yeah,
so
we have
I'm
Trickster.
saying,
Wild card Loki.
yeah, so I'm saying
Yeah,
that's
this is
the
Trickster
Loki we're
God
going to be
Loki.
dealing with, and that's interesting, being that he still has the cube. So now he's going to be a more powerful trickster Loki. So it's like
Who is
I'm
his-
more excited.
But who is his rival in this show? Who is the hero trying to stop him?
We
he's
don't
gonna
know of
be evil.
anyone. We don't know of one.
Beta Ray Bill.
That would be
We'll
fly.
we'll get to that.
That would
So-
be fly.
So I'm like I said, I'm more excited for it than I thought I would be, especially after seeing that logo deflate everything I had hoped for. But this is going to be one that I feel is actually interesting, and if he has access through the cube to the multiverse, it could mean that we see Loki come back into the main fold in the movies and actually be a full-blown bad guy instead
All
of
over again.
instead of just the dude who's just a trickster for the sake of being a trickster
Or-
because he hates dad.
Or what if
Mhm.
what if through the course of the series he ends up with a similar character development by the end of the series?
I mean,
That's exactly where I figured
circumstances-
that they were gonna go, but it's with his interactions through like humanity that ends up doing it.
Yeah.
so I mean, I mean, as long as they can write it, I'll like it. That's
I don't want a hero Loki. I don't want it to be at the end of the show he becomes good or whatever.
No, not even necessarily that. He'll be more like an anti-hero.
Yeah,
I don't even want him to be an anti-hero. I want him to be
So
straight
you just want him to straight up badass.
straight up badass. I want a straight up badass. Not the Loki we got in Avengers 1, but like an all-powerful Loki, and then that's your Marvel Phase 4 villain. That is the overarching villain.
that could be interesting
The-
too.
A fucking badass Loki.
The only reason I would have any
Robert knows what I'm talking
objection to that is because whenever Loki has gone full blown bad guy, he's never been great. He
What, in
reminds
the comics?
yeah, in the comics, in the other animations, in all of it, he's never been
None of those
truly.
animations, though, are Tom Hiddleston.
No, that's all fine and dandy, but it's still going to be people writing for the character, and I'm not expecting them to break any huge barriers in this phase. To be honest, I expect them to introduce people to lesser known heroes for the simple fact of being able to tell the bigger story the next phase. Like, that's what I see. Like, they already said, I think someone told me that they said that they're only referring to this as a phase because it's considered a thing now. Like, Marvel has phases, but they were hoping to phase out phases. They didn't want to use it anymore.
Oh, they fucked up.
Well,
No, they suck.
they did it too good. But the thing is that I mean, I feel like, as we'll get into the later part of this podcast, that whenever Loki has tried to be like fleshed out as a full-blown villain, he's never been realized as great as he could be. It's when he has those moments where when you realize he's not a hero or a villain, he's just a dude that likes to constantly throw the fucking wrench into the cogs. That's all he does. Is like, that's his
He's a
whole
shit
point.
stirrer.
Yeah, basically. And it's like, that's where he's the best, because he's not powerful enough. And even when they try to make him powerful enough, he's still not powerful enough to deal with the bigger entities in this universe. So I don't necessarily disagree with you, and that would be cool. But I just have a little bit of like, we've seen them try to do that and it didn't work. Like, but we'll see. Like you said, this is the MCU. This is Tom Hiddleston. This isn't the comic books. So,
And there's like a whole multiverse to bring in the X-Men, the
But-
Fantastic Four. all
But
of
here's also the other thing. They won't go that route simply because they've already had him, used him, and go on an arc. They're not going to go back when they have a whole catalog of other villains that they haven't even touched or looked at yet. So they wouldn't make him the big bad unless they were like in phase like 10.
Or he had a partner. If he had a new partner. You know what I mean? Like, if it was him and then somebody else. Like
Nah,
how
they're
he
just not
was
going
with
to do it.
Thanos.
so
I just love Tom Hiddleston.
I mean, yeah, I mean, he's great. That's it.
No, he really is.
Yeah, he's great. So, next we have Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
Horror movie.
So they say.
That's what they
We'll
said it's
see.
going to be.
That's what they said the first one was going to be.
They do lie.
That's
The first one
my
was trippy as fuck.
that's my only
Yeah, it
hang up.
was.
That's my only hang up with the movie, and it's not even a hang up because I'll be fine with exactly what they gave me in the first one, only continued. But they said when they first started talking about Doctor Strange that it was going to be Marvel's horror movie. The very first movie, that's what they said. And what I saw was not a horror movie. It was
Well, no,
trippy as
They
fuck.
probably intended on it being that way, but after
They changed
rewrites
it. I
and
felt
stuff,
they,
it's-
I felt
Yeah.
they changed their mind on that.
Well,
They were like, we can't start like that. It was like, we can't start like that not with Doctor Strange, but you know.
But now you can, because now everybody, because that ended up being one of the best solo Marvel movies. And
yeah.
God, it is so fun to watch when you're stoned.
The only real thing I have that I'm wondering about with this, because as I said, all these things, they have my money, but I want to know if they're going to bring Baron Mordo back.
They
Yeah,
are.
he coming back.
In some way, shape, or form, they are most certainly bringing him back.
But if he's going to be dealing in the multiverse, I don't see a part for Mordo who simply just wants to erase all magic. Like he's not going to, I don't expect him to jump into the multiverse. So
Well, if you think about it, that's just it's an extension of what Mordo was saying. Oh, so now we can just go along and fuck around in other people's dimensions and not just ours. Not only fuck up ours, but fuck up other people's dimensions entirely. So if he finds out that there's that ability, he might try and stop them because it's like, look, it's bad enough that we meddle with our own affairs. Why are you meddling with someone else's?
maybe we'll see.
He
I
could
want
be,
them
he
to.
could be the one that kicks off the whole thing.
I was
might be.
actually about to say that too. He literally could. He could be the one that ends up fucking around and opening a portal.
Huh. Well, we'll see. I hope he's in there. Because I
really do, too.
love where they left off the first movie and him just like taking magic back. Like
I love the actor.
yeah,
Chiwetel
Chiwetel.
Ejiofor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's basically
That's my Black Bond, by the way. I know everybody loves me some Idris Elba, and I do too. But Chiwetel Ejiofor is my Black Bond.
Oh, I didn't even think about it. That could work.
Like everybody always says Idris Elba, and I'm like, yeah, no, he's great. But just come on, Chiwetel's mad smooth looking.
It just don't even want to be Bond.
No, exactly. So give it to Chiwetel.
My Black Bond is Kevin Hart.
he's and that, ladies and gentlemen, is a troll.
Only the finest.
So
I literally have a Google tab open to Selma Hayek's boobs right now. Y'all carry on.
okay. So what if? The what if series.
What? No, I'm just kidding.
So I basically just looked into it because I know the comics.
It's gonna be animated then.
It's going to be animated. It's going to have Jeffrey Wright playing the Watcher, which is awesome.
Is brilliant. Which I really hope that we get him in like voicing a Watcher in a live action too.
It could happen.
They also been breaking down the logo that was shown for What If and picking out all the little things that are in it. Like they showed the zombie Captain America, the Captain Britain was in there. So
damn.
Yeah.
And Captain Britain and the Captain Britain Corps are basically the fucking keepers of the multiverse.
So I want to know. I thought I heard this, but I'm not sure, and I'm not trying to put out false information. But was it true that they said that everybody that's in there, that's also in the MCU, is going to be voiced by the actor from the MCU?
Yeah. That's exactly what they said. So if they have, like, for example, they mentioned, or they showed like a picture of Tom Holland's Peter Parker, but he was Hawkeye.
Yeah.
And if that it's an actual episode, Tom Holland will be voicing that character.
And Chris Evans has already done the Captain America one that they're doing. Chris Evans already done it.
Oh, nice.
Oh shit! Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
and somehow it's
because
that's the one where Peggy Carter's gonna be Cap, right?
Probably.
Because I know that's one of the ones that they said they're doing.
Huh. Red, you were about to say something?
Somehow What If is going to be related to the big phase. So everything, the TV shows, the movies, and this animated series are all going to be linked together.
Yeah.
Again, multiverse.
Probably not What If.
Multiverse. That whole multiverse plan.
Oh, right.
Somehow they're bringing it all in together. That's the big... And, we're thinking of a big bad. Maybe it's not a big bad. Maybe it's actually a group of villains we've seen before or haven't seen before.
They could definitely pull that off.
Because they've already done the one big bad. Why not give us the group of villains?
They could do that. The one... Mm-hmm.
It was like 30 minutes ago, bro. That was my point. That was it. Mm-hmm.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
Mighty unmuted
Yes.
his mic.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Did you?
I'm sorry, I did. I muted it. But yeah, they're gonna do Killmonger episode. I'm guessing it's probably, um, if he stayed the king of Wakanda. Um,
That would be great.
yeah, I'd love
That's
to
what
see
I
that
wanted.
What if he grew up in a loving environment?
in a
Yeah,
loving,
that would be
caring
interesting.
environment. Come on, guys, flowers.
Dude, they did him wrong. Can we just all admit that they did him wrong?
Yeah,
That he had
Yeah,
points.
nobody's saying they didn't do it wrong.
yeah. I think that was the
Well,
whole point you were supposed to get was that he
well,
was
no,
a victim of. Go
I
ahead.
didn't really appreciate Black Panther defeating him in the Black Panther movie. I didn't like
Okay,
that.
see, here's the thing. He was in the right, but he took it to a huge extreme, and therefore he should not have gone through with it.
That's subjective. That is that is a difference of opinion.
I mean,
I didn't think he took it extreme enough.
God damn.
Yeah.
I mean, he was pretty
dang,
extreme, bro.
Okay, when you got the black folks sitting up there like, wait, did he really just want like fucking racial genocide around the world? Cause that's what Killmonger wanted.
He had points.
Okay.
He had points. I don't know what to tell y'all.
No one denied that. We all agree he had points.
So,
Oh, just
I
hopefully
mean-
this what if episode is him succeeding.
Oh,
all right.
Then I'd be
so-
like, yeah.
yeah, that's what I mean, that's what I think it's gonna be. If that's what I would do. But next we have Hawkeye, which they're. Oh wow.
I've got a bow and arrowed.
Well, apparently they're using the My Life as a Weapon storyline.
from the comics.
Yeah, which is why the logo looks like that, because it's the actual logo of Hawkeye from those specific comics in that run.
Yo, that Matt Fraction run was ridiculous.
So Kate Bishop. So you should be happy about this, Red, because Kate Bishop, they're probably going to end up replacing Hawkeye and moving Jeremy Renner out the door.
It's not even Jeremy Renner. It's not. It's just Hawkeye. It's just like putting Hawkman in front of me. It's just if you have a hawk in your superhero name, I do not care.
Okay.
I find that completely unreasonable, but I mean, I'll take
I got a bow and arrow, and that's all I do throughout the
Hey,
whole fucking
Silverhawks
Avengers
are
movie.
awesome.
Throughout the whole fucking movie, I'm just gonna fire this bow. That's it.
I mean, I've seen some pretty sick things done in real life with bows. I'd like to see what sick things can be done with movie magic and bows. I mean,
But when you got Doctor Strange right there, and you got Spider Kid, and then you got
But they're not always there.
I know they're not always there, but I would rather rewatch those movies than go see a Hawkeye thing.
well, I mean, it's a TV show, so I mean, we'll just tell you how it was then.
Tell me how it was. I'll
but they
have
are
Disney Plus.
But they are supposed to be.
No,
Well,
go.
they are
you were going.
supposedly going to be showing his some of his time as Ronin during this
okay.
show, which I'm actually I'm good with that. I'm good with it.
Yeah, because he was whooping some ass.
Yeah, he was murdering people. That's what. That's. I like that. Let's keep that going.
I like me some murdery. Hawkeye. I would actually for the Kate Bishop character, I'd actually wow, I'm mad. Her name is skipping my mind, but the young lady that was just in Alita.
Ooh.
I could see that. I wouldn't have a
I
problem
think she
with
would
that.
be. I think she'd be all right.
Katie Sackhoff.
Wow.
No.
You and Katie Sackhoff.
I've never gotten Battlestar Galactica fans love Katie Sackhoff, and I just don't get the appeal. But it's cool, whatever.
All right. Well, so from there we'll move on to Thor 4: Love and Thunder.
Natalie Portman, baby. Ow!
So I feel like Chris Hemsworth is literally going to be in that movie for like 20 minutes.
Israel's best export.
That's what I don't really. That's not Gal Gadot.
No, it's Natalie Portman.
Okay.
The best export since Jesus.
So I'm sure Dead could say more about this than me, but in the comics, when she gets the hammer and becomes the female Thor, she's terminally ill during
Correct.
that time, and basically, there at the end of that storyline, she passed the hammer back to Thor, right?
You're talking about Mighty Thor?
And Thor was found worthy again. But here's my thing. What are they doing with it this time? Because, like, part of the major plot point to Endgame was that he is worthy enough for Mjolnir still. So,
I honestly...
it's going to be a real... Huh?
Mjolnir's gone.
There is that, too. So... where's this new one getting built from, and why is she getting it? That's the big mystery moving forward.
And I ultimately think when she hands that hammer back, because I think that basically what they're going to do is they are going to bring in Beta Ray Bill for the next Guardians of the Galaxy, and he's going to get Stormbreaker because that's his hammer. And I think Thor's going to get his normal hammer back. So that's all I really see going through with that, and that's all I want is Beta Ray Bill because I love him.
Yeah, he's like I just want him to pick up fucking Stormbreaker and Thor's jaw drop, and I don't care how they fix it after that. He gets to be Beta Ray Bill.
They don't even have to fix anything.
That's fine and all, but the whole thing about it is Odin's not around to put the enchantment on whatever hammer it is.
Yeah.
So it really don't matter if they're worthy or not. Anybody can pick the damn thing up.
Oh yeah, he's got that point. Stormbreaker doesn't have that enchantment, and therefore anyone should be able to pick it up.
Yeah.
Unless it's like actually heavy. But yeah, no, seriously, like you're absolutely right about that.
Yeah.
Jeff Goldblum's also teasing that he's reprising his role.
As he should. As he should. He should be in all the movies.
Word.
Yeah. So
next, Tessa Thompson. Wait, before we move on, Tessa Thompson did say that she's going to be her Valkyrie will be searching for her queen, seeing as how she is the king of Asgard.
Yeah. Yeah. oh God!
That's what that means.
Wow!
Finally, a role of Tessa Thompson's. I'm interested.
Well,
Sesame Timbers, Asgard.
Wow! Good God! So, Baron, what were you about to say?
How do you follow
Highest
that?
grossing movie ever.
Yeah.
It's going to make $4 billion at the box office.
The opening weekend.
Just a bunch of dudes.
I don't even remember what I was going to say.
I'm not surprised.
We could take a short time to talk about Black Widow.
They're gonna
all about that.
Taskmaster.
Yes,
Taskmaster.
The only thing
That's
I'm
what I
happy
care
about the Taskmaster and the fact that they cast Rachel Weisz as somebody, because Rachel Weisz is amazing. She always has been, and yeah, I loved her for a long time now.
There's gonna be more than one Black Widow in this movie.
Huh?
Well, yeah, because they're going to be.
There's going to be more than one Black Widow.
Yeah, because they're dealing with the past and present, or past and.
Yeah, they're using. They're using the second Black Widow that they introduced back in like the mid '90s, the Yelena Belova character.
Right.
and they're using her as like a sister figure. I don't know if it's older or looks like younger.
Yeah, younger.
They say it.
Yeah,
It's supposed to take
because
place
I
in
just looked
between
her up.
Civil War and Infinity War.
Oh, so some of it actually takes place in somewhat present.
Yes.
Okay, and I know we are going to get a little bit of um where was that the place that they went?
Sokovia?
You know, the uh Budapest.
Oh,
Oh.
They're going to be going to they're going to be showing some of Budapest. I don't know if it's going to be the Budapest that they've always mentioned or if it's a different Budapest.
World 3 Budapest.
You know, but you know what I mean, like a different mission
Yes,
for Budapest.
yes, I get you.
Know, because I'm sure she ain't never just been to Budapest once.
But yeah, Taskmaster is Taskmaster and Rachel Weisz. That's all I care about. Everything else, whatever.
Oh no, Red Guardian too.
yeah.
Oh
Yep.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
David Harbour.
The Russian Captain America.
yeah.
Yeah, so this
David
is
Harbour.
gonna be an interesting freaking movie. And from what I heard, they showed a fight scene between her and the other Black Widow, and that shit was brutal. So I look forward to it.
Yeah, yeah.
I like a good girl fight.
So
looking
The
forward to
time
Thor.
between Civil War and Infinity War. So
I'm looking forward to Thor: Love and Thunder, guys. That's what I'm looking forward to the most.
He's
I wanna
back
see
on that
that.
again.
wow.
No, I'm just gonna say this is gonna be the first movie I see 5 times in one weekend.
Oh my goodness.
God damn. So, of course, we'll do the quick Blade thing, and then we go into the final conversation. But Blade, Mahershala Ali,
That'll be
basically,
good.
according to Kevin Feige, he
How do we pronounce that guy's name?
it's Kevin Feige.
I feel like we all have a different pronunciation of it.
Is
Well-
that you say? I love the way you say it because it just sounds like the yogurt.
I mean,
Yeah.
I mean,
It
but
makes it
that's
like I say Kevin Feige like it's a cheese.
Oh, I used to just say Kevin Feige.
Feige.
yeah.
I
I
say
mean,
Feige.
Kevin Feige, that's his name. So
I'm gonna look it
anyway,
up. Kevin Feige. I don't
believe it.
apparently after Mahershala Ali won an Oscar, apparently he got on the phone and called Kevin Feige and said, "I want to be Blade."
I want to be Blade. As you do.
So, I mean, I applaud him for being that cool, and I applaud Wesley Snipes for coming out against all the backlash and being like, "People, you need to calm down." I'm happy
Good
for
word.
I'm happy for my brother getting this part. He's gonna do a great job. Then Wesley Snipes said, "I'm a fan," so whatever. So
Yeah,
good on him.
I actually do want him to. I do want him to have at least have a part in the movie.
Okay, so I've heard it's Feige, Feige, Fig. There's a bunch of fucking pronunciations for this. No one can figure it out. He's gonna have to say his own damn name.
I mean, I
Sorry.
believe that's why I say it the way I say it, because I did hear him say his name. So
Did you? When'd you hear him?
This was
Damn.
ages ago now. This is like a decade ago when he first
What are
started
you
this shit.
doing? Kevin Feige says his own name.
I mean, shit, they probably got a video. So we have the reveals that he made off to the side that basically, well, I'll actually, no, the reveals that he made off to the side, Guardians of the Galaxy 3, according to reports, isn't going to be called as Guardians of the Galaxy, which
They could lie.
which they if that's true, they are fucking up the greatest setup ever.
No, they've already done that twice. We discussed that on Facebook. But continue.
Yeah, they might be lying. It's a good possibility Marvel is lying. They
I
lied and
wouldn't
said
be surprised.
Endgame wouldn't be called Endgame, and then it was called Endgame.
Yeah, I'm just saying, as Guardians of the Galaxy, just saying that would be the title would have everyone hyped out of their minds. So to sit there and say that that's not the title when everybody expects it to be the title is still quote unquote fucking it up. The new Gamora dynamic. I'm interested in seeing how they take, like, where they go with that.
And Nebula, for that matter.
Yeah, but Gamora because she's dead. So
well, no, I know that too. But remember, neither of them are the same people. And second of all, like, on top of all of that, like,
no,
it is old Nebula. It's new Nebula. I forgot. It's old Nebula. My point is this, but she's different than what she was.
Yeah, but I mean, I expect that there'll be some catch up between them. But Gamora and her dynamic within the team is the part that really intrigues me about the movie. And if you have the whole dynamic fucked up because Thor is actually there pretending to be the captain, that shit is gonna be amazing.
Yes,
it's gonna be so good. Any thoughts on that, Baron, Red?
I mean, dude, they can just have all my money. It just seems like Marvel is not going to do anything subpar at this point. Like, they'll do okay movies, or you'll go in, you'll see Captain Marvel 2 or whatever, and just be like, oh, that was good. And then, but, like, everything's going to be quality.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, DC, where you
at? They just fuck up everything.
Yeah, they'll be over there picking lint under their nutsacks, and they're just
Wonder Woman and Shazam shouldn't be your hits.
Basically.
I'm gonna put it like this: I don't care what their hits are, as long as they have them. But Wonder Woman, I mean, if that's what I didn't like was that they pushed Wonder Woman back instead of just releasing it, because I'm just like, I get that you want to release the Joker and you're getting all this other stuff set up, but why the fuck would you push back the one movie that critically blew everybody away? Like,
then they ruined it. Then they shit on it in Justice League.
See, I don't think that Justice League truly affects what happens in the Wonder Woman movies because of the timelines they set up.
But here's why. Because, like, Batman can take one of those alien fucking things down in, like, 5 minutes, and then this whole island of super badass women that you see in the Wonder Woman movie get slaughtered, and they're in sexier outfits, which is weird. But, like, they got absolutely slaughtered by these things and didn't, like, put up a fight at all, showing that,
they got slaughtered by they got slaughtered by Steppenwolf, not the fucking, not the parademons.
Yeah, no, the parademons that were with Steppenwolf were just taking those girls out. Watch that movie again. Those things show up with Steppenwolf.
Oh, don't make me do that.
I don't want you to.
All I'm saying is that's come and gone, and I like the first Wonder Woman and
Agreed.
Wonder Woman 1984. I'm interested in seeing
that one.
So my thing is why would you push back a movie which is genuinely your only truly openly loved film from your entire run? Like, I don't care what you think you're doing, but to push that back is just basically saying, I want to wait till all the steam is off of this, and then I'm going to come in later. And we'll make the same amount of money. It doesn't matter. It's like, no, that's not how it works. You're taking too long. You're putting too much shit in between it. Nobody's going to be hyped or as hyped for it in a year or two as they would have been for it now.
Would anybody be surprised if, like, in 10 years, let's just say in 10 years, Marvel buys DC?
That'll never happen.
That ain't happening.
Oh,
that ain't happening.
It can happen. It can happen. This is capitalism, my friends. Anything can happen in capitalism.
But Warner Brother or Warner, Time Warner, no. Not, and even though you say that you believe there's no such thing as like the monopolies rules anymore or laws,
there's not.
But I'm gonna tell you like this: if they went to buy Time Warner, you better be damn sure that there would be somebody saying something, because they would
about buying Time Warner. I'm talking about buying the asset of DC.
But to get the asset
which is
of
owned by
DC,
Time Warner, and Warner Brothers ain't giving that up.
yeah,
If they
I
keep
mean,
fucking it up, they will.
they could never
keep
fuck
losing
it.
money on
They
it.
could never fuck it up enough to get rid of DC as a whole. Like that's just
Yeah,
not
because
gonna
the
happen.
comics are still going strong. The TV shows are still going strong. The animated movies are still going strong.
What
So
was that?
them failing in the movies, it sucks, but it ain't the end of the world for them.
I mean, you're right.
can see it
Exterminate.
happen.
Anything can happen, but this is one of the most unlikely things to happen.
No, I'm not saying anytime soon, but 10, 15 years from now?
Nah, we talking like 50 or something.
10, 15
Literally
years.
when everything is shrinking down to like nothing. And there's literally like 4 conglomerates and they're buying up everything.
I want y'all to write down the date and time that I said that.
I'll leave that to you
Because
two.
I want to come back to this when it happens.
So, hey, I'll still know you by then. We could
On
talk.
July 29th at 7:20 p.m. Central Standard Time, Red Nebula said Marvel would buy DC. And here we are in 2030, and they did it.
So, next we have Fantastic Four.
Boo.
Okay, first of all,
God, I love easily triggering y'all.
I'm not. Oh no, I'm not triggered. I just know that.
First of all,
I just know that you watch Krypton, so therefore there's going to be
stab
certain.
I'ma
There's going
stab
to
you.
be. There's going to be certain. There's going
I'ma
to be
stab
certain
you.
things that we just can't agree on, and I'll just mark it up to taste. So when it comes down to Fantastic Four, the whole rumor of what everybody wants right now is they want Emily Blunt and John Krasinski to be the Richards. And I
can
would
see
be
that. Yeah,
I
love
would
that.
be extremely happy
As
with
long as
that.
he doesn't do the gym shit into the camera.
Oh, he
You know.
has to do the gym shit.
I don't
mean,
want
yeah.
I mean, if he
Yeah.
did it, it would fit within Reed Richards. I mean, to be honest.
It would. Yeah.
Crip who?
All right, chat. Everybody calm down. Oh, Jinx is in the chat making fun of Krypton. That's
I don't know
cool.
what you're talking about.
So I would like that, but all I really want is they've reused some people now, so I feel like I can say it and honestly put my wants out into the ether. But Mads Mikkelsen needs to come back to Marvel, and he needs to play Doctor Doom.
Yeah.
He needs to change his name.
That's
Mikkelsen.
actually who I've wanted
Why would
for a
you
long
ever?
time as well.
I don't know.
Yeah,
But-
him as Doom would be the perfect Doom.
Doesn't it change that name?
Yeah, he would. Yeah, he
And-
would.
Now
And-
get Ian McShane to be Doctor Doom.
Oh God! See, I wouldn't be opposed to Ian McShane doing anything personally because I love him, but I still say Mads Mikkelsen, he fits it. Like he is Doom to me. Oh, he always has been.
It's funny because Doctor Strange was my Doom back when I saw Star Trek Into Darkness.
Yeah, because he played a good con.
That scene when he's just behind the glass just monologuing, I'm just like, yo, that's Doom. Yeah, that's Doom.
That's
I was like, this
Cumberbatchery,
is-
baby.
I was like, that's straight Doom, and the voice and I was like, yo, that is straight Doom. And then they was like, oh, he's Doctor Strange. I was like, damn it,
He
damn
plays
it,
a good Sherlock Holmes.
damn it.
True.
Nothing that man can't do.
So, let me see. Why haven't I seen Raven yet? Where is Raven in Doctor Strange movies?
Raven? You're not talking about Raven from like Teen Titans Raven, are we?
I don't know which Raven he.
Are you talking about ECW champion?
Yeah, that's what
Raven?
I was thinking. ECW.
Hey,
Oh, my
yeah,
lord.
you guys. Quote the Raven nevermore. I'd see
White
Raven in some
and Black
shit.
Raven. Huh. Probably because there's just no place for them in the stories right now. I guess. That's all I can think of. Um, I know Kevin Feige also mentioned the X-Men,
Yes, he
and
did.
he said that they're taking the X-Men into a new direction. What
Multiverse.
whatever the fuck that means. But yes, many are thinking that mutants and the Fantastic Four are both going to be coming from the multiverse.
Well,
From
they're talking to that Egerton kid as playing Wolverine.
Joel Edgerton,
Is that his
No,
name?
not
From
Edgerton. Taron Egerton.
Taron. Okay.
Whatever his
Yeah.
fucking name is.
Yeah, Kingsman. And I'm like, that's just a little too young for me.
Yeah, fuck that.
Well, we're not trying to fuck Wolverine here. Just,
No,
it's
no.
Wolverine.
But
I just no.
doesn't-
I don't want unless you're Spider-Man. I don't want children playing my fucking superheroes.
But what if he was like? What if it was just in the sense of like, he was just short, and Wolverine just looks young, but he's really like 200 years old.
Wolverine never looked young.
Yeah,
In
that's
a
the whole
comic
thing.
book, yeah, but this is a movie, guys. This is a different universe.
Yeah, it's a movie, and I want somebody who's been through some shit in their life and looks
And
actually
looks like they've been
grizzled.
through some shit.
We
Yeah, to
haven't
be
seen this kid
Wolverine.
grow facial hair. Once this kid grows facial hair, I guarantee
Once
you.
the kid grows facial
Grows
hair,
it up.
instead of looking 16, he'll look
Chops.
17. That's not
chops
good
and
enough.
stubble. I think y'all are just hating on all our us baby face motherfuckers. Y'all are just hating.
I am
Nope,
gonna hate
nope.
on babyface motherfuckers when it comes to casting Wolverine.
Can I be Wolverine?
No,
Could I be a Wolverine?
no.
Go fuck yourself. I could
Look,
be a Wolverine.
I love you,
I'm
baby.
the- I'm
Grow
the
your
same
chops out.
height.
I love
I'm
you,
the
baby,
same
but
height.
fuck that.
I got crazy gray hair that they could do. Look, check it out. Check it out. I can do it. I can do it. All right. Well, no,
Oh,
my
my
hair.
Lord.
I shampooed it, so my hair won't like stick.
It's not agreeing with me right now, but
It's
I can
not
do
reading
it.
me right now. I grow some stubble. I look old when I grow some stubble. I can play
Look.
Wolverine. What do y'all think, chat?
Let me
I
see.
hate
my
all of
Lord.
you. They're not even responding.
Look,
Not even.
throw
not even a
the
live
link
ref.
proper. Throw the link. I'll click it. But yeah, I mean, it just comes down to I'm just I don't see. Oh, that Raven.
Is
Yeah.
it Raven Simone? That'd be so funny if
There's
you shared
just
a link.
no. There's just not a place for her right now. But
Oh, I see.
but I think that with them doing the multiverse, I think this if we're gonna see her anytime soon, it's going to be in the next Doctor Strange.
I hope we see Clea soon.
Yeah.
Who do we get to play Wolverine then, if not Taron Egerton?
Joel Edgerton.
These Hollywood actors gotta stop getting named after cats or something. That Mads Mikkelsen, Taron Egerton.
Look, all I'm saying is that would be great. So with everything we've talked about, I would say with everything we've talked about, the final question is, what is this leading to? What's
Okay,
the-
before we, there's a theory about Fantastic Four that could actually lead into that whole
I'm not
big bad
flabby,
thing too.
exterminate. I'm skinny. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
There's a theory that there's not a theory. What is it? Peyton, the director of Ant-Man and Ant-Man and Wasp, had a pitch for Fantastic Four, where the Fantastic Four basically tried to get into the quantum realm back in the 60s, and they've been stuck there this entire time. And so they get released now, and the movie would be, half flashback, half, present day. But there was a thought of that would be a good way of doing it. Now, they're pitching that they're actually got stuck in the negative zone, and then that's how they get their powers, and then that's how they same thing happened in the 60s, so it'd be a period piece. What if the negative zone is pretty much just an offshoot of the quantum realm? And what if the negative zone ends up leading you to someone like, oh, I don't know, a nihilist as your big bad?
Yeah. I mean,
And then they could do a version of the Annihilation story arc.
Or how about this Galactus Cloud?
No, we did that. As a matter of fact, I just let one of those out.
Oh God.
So, wow. Goddamn. The Galactus.
Stream over.
Just let one of those out. Yeah. So
Ultimate
if you see
power.
if you see the posters behind me just start falling off the walls, that's what that's all about.
Goddamn.
Damn, dude, no, I'd tell you to go see a doctor. Jesus.
Yeah. That shit turns into hell world like
I'm
Constantine.
pretty sure you got
Right,
like stage 5 colon cancer.
So,
It's too late for a doctor at that point. He ain't
Like, you need to make funeral plans.
see, what I would say is if going back to the question of what is this leading to, I would say the 2015 I don't know whether they call it a retelling or second telling of the Secret Wars. That's what I
the
want.
one that had basically had the multiple universes and all of that.
Yes, and Doctor Doom obtains the power to remake reality through powerful fragments of some source.
That would be interesting. Like fragments of, say, some Infinity Gems.
Yeah, because I'm sorry, but Doctor Doom it's what we deserve right now.
Oh God, yeah, he is the hero we need. He's the villain we need right now.
Someone who
Woody
is
Harrelson as Doctor Doom.
wow, just wow. The only you know what, and I know we already brought this up, and I know the response I'm gonna get when I say it. But if it's not Mads Mikkelsen,
He just sounds like that's a gerbil's name.
Do you even know who we are? Do you even know who he is?
No, I just like the funny name.
he was the dude that was basically against Doctor Strange in the first movie.
I hardly remember those movies.
Wow. Well, anyway, so
What? They were terrible.
well, and you like Krypton. So
You said
basically
you liked
we
Doctor Strange. How is it terrible? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I could have swore you said you liked Doctor Strange like 20
Oh,
minutes
I thought you
ago.
were talking about Fantastic Four. I thought you were talking about the first one. No. Wait, how is Mads Mikkelsen? How is he gonna play that character? And
Because
then,
Doctor Doom has a mask.
well,
that's-
he's.
That's
Alright.
but if he wasn't to have the mask, or if it wasn't going to be Mads Mikkelsen, who would always be my choice, as I've stated many times now, I would love to hear Idris Elba behind that mask.
He'd be good.
Yeah.
He'd have an
happening.
interesting voice.
I'm posting.
no.
I'm posting who I want as Doctor Doom in the chat right now.
Oh my good lord.
Well, it says
me I'm
NBC
wrong.
The Good Place, so I don't.
Wait,
think
what?
I don't think I'm gonna click that.
Why don't you just click it, bro?
Probably Ted Danson.
Oh my
Ted Danson,
gosh.
baby. You got it. Sam Malone
right.
himself.
Oh,
Dr.
my
Doom.
head.
I'm gonna go ahead
Well,
and say
okay,
if
well-
you want Fantastic Four to be as bad as it was at Fox, then yes, we'll go with your casting.
My
I
secondary
don't know.
choice.
I can see Ted Danson as Doctor Doom.
See,
Oh, my
I
Lord.
like Baron. Baron should
Oh,
be a
my
regular.
Lord.
But see,
Regular
here's the thing though. He can't take the mask off.
He can't take the mask off. See, you didn't say anything about that. He doesn't take the mask
The
off.
mask
He
got to
plays
be
a great
on the
Doctor.
whole movie.
And he's got to have a voice modulator.
Oh yeah.
Nope,
Gotcha.
no, he doesn't. It's just regular Ted Danson voice.
Nope, that's not
Oh,
happening.
then Marvel's first flop then.
Yeah.
He said Marvel's first flop.
Marvel's
Wow.
first up.
So
Like we're gonna ignore that Thomas Jane Punisher movie. Okay.
yeah, we are.
Because that wasn't Marvel.
Sure as hell looked like it with the little Marvel logo opening
No,
up.
that was
won't
produced.
MCU.
That was produced by Marvel. That they didn't own that. That their name goes before every one of their properties. It's just they don't do that
it's-
MCU logo.
Yeah, that's why the
what
X-Men are. I always
Yeah.
have
They
to
oversaw
explain.
those projects.
I always
though.
have to explain to people because I've run into a few people who have been like, "Yeah, I don't like MCU movies," and I'm like, "Well, which one didn't you like?" And they'll be like, "The X-Men," and I'm like,
Yeah.
"Well, that's not MCU. that's Fox, and Fox sucks forever. So
Yeah, pretty
What
much.
was
So moving
Marvel's-
on.
What was Marvel's first Marvel-made Marvel movie? Was it
I
Iron
believe
Man?
it was actually Iron Man 2.
Iron Man.
Was Iron Man 2?
no, it's Iron Man. It was the first Iron
It
Man.
was first Iron
The
Man.
first
Okay.
Iron Man was actually them?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Because I wasn't sure if I wasn't sure if that was them or if that was the first movie they made, and then right after that is when they started their studio. But no, you're absolutely right,
Oh, no.
because because of the way Incredible Hulk happened.
Yeah. So, I really dislike that they get to flash that little Marvel tag up, but but I understand why they have to, because it still is Marvel's character. But yeah, I mean, the X-Men
John
movies
Travolta.
and the
It's
Spider-Man,
like if you
like the
pay
old
attention,
Spider-Man
you'll see that the
movies.
tags are different.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're very
but people
they're
don't pay
very
attention.
different.
That's
They're
why I
very
always.
different.
That's why I always start to tell people, or try to tell people, like what would work for us as fans of comic books and comic book movies and anything comic book. Basically, we will accept more than, or expect more, but accept more also what they're doing now with like the movies. But you have to remember that we are not a majority. The common people, those are the
Right.
people you got to get in there to make the movie make money. And
Then
certain,
I got the perfect Doctor Doom casting.
okay,
Oh boy.
Tom motherfucking Hanks.
while I'm a person that believes that Tom Hanks can play anything,
That would be the ultimate test if he could play anything, bro.
but I would still not give it to him.
He's wearing a mask.
I still wouldn't give it to him. I wouldn't.
Tom Hanks is,
Because I
Tom
feel-
Hanks is a national treasure.
Because the thing
He
is,
is.
yeah. But I mean, I feel like there's another character where Tom Hanks can really shine. Like, I feel like there's a better choice out there for him. Like,
Thing.
wow. And oh my God.
Okay, okay, so what about for Doom, for backup? If we can't get Mads. The
gerbil.
What about Johnny Lee Miller?
Let me Google that.
Elementary.
Good.
Oh, that guy? Yeah, he could play one.
Nah,
Google
See,
it.
I want to say, my other choice would be someone that they've already used. They keep snatching up all the good freaking... Because I was thinking about it, I was like, oh, Jude Law. Oh, wait, never mind.
Hold on, I'm gonna post the link to him.
you know,
If their track record says anything, whoever they're gonna pick is probably gonna be good.
yeah, that's what I'm
yeah,
saying.
we
Like,
know
no matter who they pick, I'm gonna be there, so it doesn't matter.
They're
But
gonna announce tomorrow,
the-
Tom Hanks.
what I would
But
say,
it's not gonna be Mads.
I would hope it is, but if it's not, another person I honestly would take is Clive Owen.
Ooh.
Ooh.
And he's been pulling off a lot of freaking villain roles lately.
He doesn't
would-
do a lot of movies.
I would definitely take Clive Owen if I couldn't get my Mads Mikkelsen. So,
Well, here's the thing: Clive Owen doesn't
Okay.
like doing movies. Like, doesn't like doing a lot of movies. He doesn't like the scheduling of movies. That's why he doesn't do a lot of them. So if
Yeah,
he
that's
was
why
to
he's
be-
about to be in. He's in Gemini. He's the next one he's in, I believe, is Gemini Man, playing a villain.
But is that just like a one movie? Is he going to be in multiple movies of Gemini Man?
He's the villain, so he's probably gonna die.
Yeah. So that's the kind of thing he does. He does it for a paycheck, goes away for a while, comes back, does a movie, gets a paycheck, goes away for a while. If he was to play someone like Doctor Doom, then you would know he would die in the first movie instead of just being in this trilogy.
And we
Because Clive
can't have
Owen
that.
doesn't like doing trilogies.
And we can't have that.
We can't have that.
I think
We
if
can't.
they-
We can't kill off. We can't.
I think they could sell him on it.
It would have
Because
to be a nice paycheck.
I mean, it's going to be.
Yeah, they pay them.
But the
Yeah,
thing
they pay the other people
is,
well.
I mean, they could, because one, he doesn't like the scheduling, but the only movie where he's gonna have like real scheduling would probably be Fantastic Four, and then the end all, the Secret War.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
so that's it. And those movies are at least what, four years apart. So
At least.
yeah, so it still fits his schedule, because other than that, you probably only get one or two post credit scenes of like 3 minutes where they're introducing the character or just showing what the character's doing. So I say it fits his schedule perfectly.
So yeah, no, he'd work too. He'd definitely work.
Worst case is have him do the voice of Doctor Doom anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I still say Mads Mikkelsen. But if I can't have Mads Mikkelsen and Idris Elba is busy, Clive Owen as Dr. Doom would be great.
Well, Idris Elba was also someone, so they can't really use him either.
Idris Elba's McCavity and Cats, baby.
Well, being that they're dealing with the multiverse, maybe
You
they
finally
could.
watched that trailer?
Oh God.
They're not.
Yeah, exactly, dude. That was nightmare fuel.
It's gonna be
That shit
terrible.
was nightmare fuel.
It's gonna
Okay,
be a dumpster
we're not
fire
talking
with
about
stray
it.
cats in it.
We're not going to talk about that. But anyway.
It's Marvel.
Whew.
I'm seeing it.
Whew.
Mighty, you're gonna come down to Texas to see it with me.
My wife may come, but I'm not coming to Texas for that.
You are too. If I pay for the whole thing, you are, sir.
That hurt.
Well, I mean, if you're
Okay.
paying for the whole thing, I mean, I kind of be a real big asshole to not take that up.
So
I'd be a real
I know
big
we were
asshole
talking
if
about
we
all of that.
trip just to go see cats.
Yeah,
Just to torture you.
Yeah, I'm just
I
saying.
know we were talking about all of that, guys. But what about Kang?
Oh, we talked
Kang?
about. I brought up Kang last week. Yeah,
Okay,
I
so
told
there's
you
Kang,
if I could have Kang, Kang would either be Wesley Snipes.
Yes, that's right. You did say that.
Yeah, it would be Wesley Snipes, or I was thinking about this a moment ago, and you know what? I would even say that could be Tom Hanks.
Ooh.
Because Kang loves to talk, and he loves to fucking monologue, and he loves to basically be the holder of all knowledge, and I could see Tom Hanks pulling that off, and being that Kang is like that, his action, like when he beats people to a pulp, it's not like he's like moving fast and like destroying people. He just has things set up to where he's just like, you can't actually touch me. So
yeah, basically, his technology is just so far advanced that he's just like, yeah, I don't even need to lift a finger.
and
to
he's
fight
a character that would also fit into the story for Fantastic Four because he is a distant relative of Reed Richards.
you. This is very true.
I would love Tom Hanks in the Marvel movies, but I think Tom Hanks is just strictly doing biographical biopics
I honestly think most of
of
the
creepy
time,
white guys.
I think most of the
Well, no,
time when
that's
that
the thing,
becomes
Tom
the
Hanks-
case, go ahead.
No, Tom Hanks actually has gone on record saying he wants to be in a comic book movie.
Oh, has he? Okay.
Yeah,
we
he's
found
like,
our
I
Kang.
want to. He's like, I want in, but nobody knows of a part for him.
Well,
Dude,
we can
I
find him
would-
apart.
Yeah, I
You
would
just
I
did.
would just write something.
Yeah.
Right now.
You just did that. Kang role sounds actually pretty. Or you know what? He would have made a great, like, one of the elders of the universe.
Yeah, if they actually move past the Eternals and go into the Celestials.
Yeah, and stuff like that. Like,
Yeah,
yeah, he
like-
would definitely be like not the Grandmaster, obviously, but yeah, he because we have the
Be
Grandmaster.
the one above all.
Ooh, what was the dude named the one that oh no, that was the Grand. No, there's one that's the one that's obsessed with games.
Oh,
Is that the Grandmaster?
Not arcade, is it?
Ooh, he'd actually make a good arcade too.
What about that alien with his own channel?
Lobo?
No.
Um,
Mojo.
Was it Mojo?
Mojo.
Mojo.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Tom
that's what it
Hanks
is,
is
Mojo.
Mojo.
I don't see Tom Hanks putting on all that makeup. Like I feel
No,
like that would. I feel like that would make him
that
quit.
CG.
Dude,
They
he
would make
lost
that
90
CG.
pounds to talk to a volleyball with a blood stain on it. I think makeup doesn't bother him.
They would make that CG, and he would actually be interesting.
Tom Hanks is a CGI'd mojo. I'd go with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because he has to have that like lovable personality, and then all of a sudden, at the drop of a hat, he just switched to something, and you're like, "Ooh, that's not right."
Tom Hanks could do that.
All right.
Our episode
Anyway.
next week should be Tom Hanks.
Or
movies.
just you could take Tom Hanks and shave his head and make new Professor X.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wouldn't be the worst.
Yeah, I thought of that, but then I was just like, if you're gonna have Professor
That's
X,
dope. I like that idea.
I'm just never gonna accept anybody other than Patrick Stewart. Like I just can't.
That's true.
And I'd hate to have him come into the shadow of that and have it go wrong.
Ben
And-
Kingsley.
Look, Ben Kingsley, no. As Professor Xavier?
I don't know.
It's just Gandhi in a wheelchair is all that is. That's all that is.
Damn.
And it sucks Patrick Stewart's Professor X. I mean, he's in Logan, but like X3. Never mind. I don't even want to bring that up.
Let's not go there, please.
Kelsey Grammer in a furry suit.
I mean, I prefer the way all I prefer the way all of them looked compared to the newer versions and how they look.
I didn't even watch those. No, I watched the
I have to disagree. I like Storm. I like New Storm better.
It's just a different hairstyle, bro.
Yeah, and she's rocking that mohawk. That mohawk is fly.
I mean, shit, if you put Halle Berry in a mohawk, I'd be happy. But I'm
Halle
not
Berry
gonna.
does some big ass-
But I'm
big
not gonna
ass.
say that the chick is better.
No,
Because
no.
she's definitely beautiful.
You said
I'll
you were
give her
talking
that.
about looks. You
I'll
were
give her
talking
that.
about looks. I wasn't talking about actresses. You were
'Cause-
talking about looks.
Because that
You
chick,
said they look better.
that
and I
chi-
said
wait a minute, who was it? Was it her? Because
Alexandra Shipp look in her storm suit looks better than Halle Berry did in hers, because Halle Berry's storm suit was basically just a pantsuit.
Bro, if we would have gotten an X-Men in the early 90s or the mid 90s like they were planning, Whoopi Goldberg would have played Storm.
What?
And that man needs to not drink anymore.
No, I don't drink anymore. I don't. I haven't in 4 years. This was
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm so sorry.
this was a thing. This was a thing. Whoopi Goldberg in the mid 90s was the top black actress.
Oh
And
yeah,
when
that's
they were
right. Yetide Badaki, the chick who's
Yeah, I saw
in
that.
American Gods, she wants
Yes.
to play Storm in the MCU.
We almost
Red-
got a Whoopi
I
Goldberg
heard that.
Storm. I'm just letting
Red,
everybody know.
I think I don't think she would have won that. I think if anyone would have gotten that at that time, they probably would have given it to like
Angela
Vanessa
Bassett-
Williams or
Bassett?
something. Yeah, Angela Bassett or Vanessa Williams.
Well, no, Whoopi Goldberg was the front runner in the pre-production of the mid 90s X-Men movie. Sister Act, bro.
Right.
Sister Act and Ghost and all that shit. Whoopi Goldberg was number one.
Yikes!
God.
Yikes!
I don't make these things up.
Well, I
That
think
would have
that
ruined everything for Marvel.
All
Hold
I-
on, now Whoopi Goldberg's a great actress. Chill out.
all
Yeah,
I'm
she
all
is.
I'm seeing
She would have
is
played a horrible Storm.
y'all must not
Yes, she would have.
y'all must not know who I'm talking about from
No.
American Gods.
I do
Because-
so. I know exactly who you're talking about from American Gods.
Because
Misty,
Bilquis.
Misty watches
Bilquis.
American Gods.
you know what? Here, this is gonna be a crap ass link to click on, but click on that link, and that's her in American Gods, and I would love to see her play Storm, especially with the
This is porn. No, I'm
what?
just kidding.
Wow.
No, that I just said this is porn.
I mean, her scene in American Gods kind of was, but
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
That
No,
first
now I
season.
remember what you're talking
But
about.
I would definitely love to see her get the role because I think, with the whole Black Panther Storm connection, I think that would look real good, personally. So,
No, I think she'd be great.
yeah. I think anybody that sees that picture would probably think it'd be great. But,
Well, if you scroll down, someone went down and changed it so like her hair is white and all of that, so it actually looks more like Storm.
yeah. So, I'm down for that. But, is there anything else that's come along the grapevine that we want to get into, or are we done?
No, I'm here for that. And everything
Can we
else,
go back
Joe,
to Selma Hayek's titties?
go right
Sir.
ahead. You can.
Sir, I think
Okay,
that,
guys.
I think that
Desperado.
is wow.
Sir.
Frida. What? I'm just letting
Yes,
everybody know
Desperado
the
and-
movies.
Desperado and Frida. Yes.
I'm just letting everybody know where
And
they
then there
can
was
see-
that. There's also that one where she was in. I don't remember the name of it. She was in it with what's his name?
she also has this
from the
great
Daredevil movie.
She's she also has this great.
Colin Farrell. She was in a movie with Colin Farrell, and she got naked in that one. You good now?
Yeah,
Or do I need to find it?
No. There's also where she's dancing in her bra and panties in the movie Dogma, directed by Kevin Smith.
Oh my
It's like
lord!
7 seconds.
It's a Candy
of greatness.
Girl. Singing to
Candy
Candy Girl,
Girl.
no less.
The Candy Girl.
I'll never
Massive
forget
boner.
that.
Wow.
Sucking on a lollipop. She was.
Completely messed up New Edition for me.
He did have have a list of movies, but I doubt he's watched any of them.
Not at all. Not at
Yeah.
all.
You talking about from last week?
Yeah.
They didn't
Oh,
watch
you know.
Krypton, so I don't need to watch my movies. That was part of the agreement. They had to watch Krypton. I doubt they wanted to watch Krypton Exterminate. You snitch.
You snitch. God damn.
You snitch. You could have just
Old
moved on
snitch-ass
from that.
snitch.
Oh, snitch ass snitch.
Now,
I watched Krypton.
now, what I did is I actually
No, Mighty had to.
I went
Mighty had
I went to put it on my queue, and
Yeah.
I wanted to watch it, and then my wife had other plans, so I was actually going to turn it on, but because of our week and weekend, it was not happening. But I will start it. But if I start it and you don't watch them movies, boy,
I don't even remember the movies. I don't
Oh,
even
my
remember
Lord.
them.
No
I
one
wrote them
remembers.
down somewhere.
War on Everyone.
The-
War on Everyone.
Yeah,
that
War-
was one. Yeah, it was.
And then
okay.
and then it was Fast and the Furious. What was it? Four through.
4, 5, and 6.
I'm not. No, 4, 5, and 6. It was just 4. Y'all just wanted me to watch 4, not 4, 5, and 6. Don't y'all do this to me?
Well, if I have to choose one
One-
out of
one
all
through
of
8.
them, if I have to choose one, and you're actually not going to watch any of the other ones, then I would say the fifth one.
Is that the first one with The Rock?
No, that's the one with.
That's 6.
Well,
The first one with the Rock.
yeah, it is. That's the one that basically they bring in what's his name? Luke.
yeah,
Yeah.
The
that's,
Rock.
That's the
That's The Rock. Luke Hobbs.
one.
No,
that's the
no,
first
I'm
one
talking
where they
about the
bring in
actor.
Everybody.
The actor that plays the
Lou Vega.
Oh, the
what's
part.
his name? Luke
Okay, I know what you're
Perry?
talking about.
Luke something.
Luke
Luke Evans. There we go.
So I've written down War on Everyone
Yeah.
and Fast and Furious 5.
No,
Oh, you know
Fast and
You know
Furious
what?
6.
Six.
6, Red. Because if I know you don't like cars and I don't like cars, I don't care about cars either. But the shit that
Not
they
that I
did
don't
in
like
the
cars.
shit that
It's
they
not that I
did
don't
in that
like
movie
cars.
is like that was actually like a holy shit.
It's this toxic masculinity about cars that I don't like.
Luke Evans wouldn't be a horrible Doom either.
Actually, you're right. He wouldn't be a horrible Doom. I like him, and I always hope that he get more roles, like bigger.
Yeah, me
better
too.
roles.
I always called him the manlier Orlando Bloom.
the manlier Orlando Bloom. That's facts. That's it.
Thank you. Thank you. You look at him and it's like, wait, is that Orlando Bloom? Wait, when did he get so manly?
Yeah. So, I think we're done.
Orlando Bloom fucks though.
Well,
Orlando Bloom about to be manly himself. He got a new show, and he's looking so much less girly. But anyway,
yeah.
You were saying, sir.
No, I think we're done for the day. I mean, yeah, we've been through everything, and I hope sometime in the near future we get to do this again, where it's all four. That would be fantastic.
Yes, please.
God damn.
Please. Take a day off.
Yep.
Take a day off from your 90 job, Aaron.
We'll see.
We'll see how it works.
He's like, oh, wait, I'm sorry. Taking a day off implies that you have a choice. Just keep sawing away at that chain there, Baron.
I'm gonna clip the Tessa Thompson thing. I'm gonna clip that.
Yeah, well,
that's a highlight for this podcast.
Yes.
Yeah, if you do make it a high, well, it can do it. You can only clip. I'm the only one that can make highlights, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna clip that. You can highlight it,
okay,
and then we can ruin my comedy career later on down the line.
All right, we'll leave that leave that for Wednesday. Because on Wednesdays,
that would actually be a great advertisement. Yeah, for Wednesday. Yeah.
On Wednesday's podcast, we're going to be talking about the spirit of competition, as well as.
Are you sure you want me on that? Because as far as sports go,
I mean,
I play sports games.
I mean, I feel like you could probably talk about it with just as much validity as me, because no one really agrees with my stance on the spirit of competition. But we could do that. We could also go back into conspiracies, and then wrap back around to the censorship as a good idea. Continued conversation.
And look for a new show on my channel with Mighty called The Fix, coming Thursdays.
Yeah, buddies.
As soon as
Gotta
we
get my fix. Gotta get my fix.
As soon as we figure out what the fuck it's gonna be about, we're gonna start it.
Yeah. As soon as we game plan it.
Yeah. Because we don't know what the fuck to talk about. We've talked about everything else on every other podcast. This could be about pets. It could be about pets.
I have pets.
I have pets too.
We're gonna be chasing our pets around the house with our cameras, doing the life of pets. It's gonna be perfect. It
could be me and Mighty just doing heroin on stream, getting our fix in.
Jesus
Christ. Yikes.
It's not in the rules. It's not in the rule book. It's not in the rule book.
Twitch, you done fucked up.
As long as you just hide the vein and just.
Wow.
On that note,
that's a turn.
Yeah, on that note, I think we should just step the heck out of here.
The rest of the stream is just us napping after that. It's just the.
Damn. All right. Well, everybody, thank you for joining. I appreciate everybody that came through. I appreciate my host. We always keep it lively.
Oh, I'm going to drop my link.
Yep. He's going to drop his link.
No one wants to follow me after that shit. No one wants no one's going to follow me.
Ooh, this is the chance. Here we go. Yes, it worked. There we go. My shout-out function. So, S.O. Red Nebula. There we go. This is new for me.
Oh.
There we go.
Oh.
His last playing God of War.
We'll be playing God of War more tonight here in a couple of hours.
Yep.
How are you enjoying that?
Oh, I took down my first Valkyrie.
Nice.
Oh shit.
2 tries.
Oh see, I told, and the game is crack, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Now that was the easiest Valkyrie. The rest of them, from what I understand, are hard as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna get ridiculous. And if you find that queen, that's gonna be your ass.
But the Infinity Gauntlet's in the game. I heard that too.
Yes, there is. Yes, there's an interesting thing with that. You're gonna be searching for a little while, man. Have fun.
I'm going to. It's been fun so far.
Well, now that we've breached into spoilers for the game, which I haven't done yet, I'm gonna go ahead and end this.
No, there's no spoilers.
Once again,
extra shit. There's just extra shit in the game, Mike.
yeah, but that's extra shit that I would have gone for, and now I'm just like,
You're still gonna go for it. You're still gonna go for it.
You were gonna read about it anyway when you got the game. You were gonna read about it.
All I'm saying.
We didn't spoil shit for you.
Gonna play it anyway.
No one spoiled shit for you.
But yeah. Anyway, like I said, thank you everybody. I'm gonna go ahead and switch over because I just saw that.
We've been doing this for 2 hours.
Well, no, that the ladies. Well, I did see that, but basically, ladies' night in just started, and they are a lively bunch.
Let's see what they have to say about Salma Hayek's titties.
Wow.
Oh my God.
I'm not going to. So we're raiding them?
Yeah, we're gonna raid them. And stop in, say hi to Zoe. And she is one of the lovely ladies that is actually you're seeing the perspective of, even though there's multiple women running the stream. So, yeah, like I said, throw them some love, and thank you for joining. Love you all.
Great stream, guys.
Yeah? Did you feel it?
I felt it.
All right. I thought it was great. I
feel violated.
I feel like it was nice and precise.
Yeah, that was great.
Nah, I think I don't know about. It was precise. I think we went over a little bit, but other than that, I don't care. Everybody stuck around.
Hour and a half to 2 hours is good.
Yeah, and that's great, and people stuck around, so.
Yeah. I mean, we even got up to, I think, 15 people at one point.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, so I was happy with that. Very happy. Ooh,
I'm going to get back to my Chinese food and my AP bio, gentlemen.
Again, thank you, Baron, for coming through, and I hope to have you again sometime.
AP bio, how is it?
It's, first season, there's potential. Second season really steps it up in the comedy writing. It's hilarious.
I like Patton Oswalt. He's supposed to be coming to Richmond in a few weeks.
The Patton is amazingly hilarious. You should go see Patton live. It's always a good show.
I love that guy.
Yeah, no, I got to open for him for like a day,
Really?
3 weeks into comedy, and I had lied to the club and told them I had 15 minutes when really I had about 7 or 8, and they fired me after the first show.
Damn.
Because I was like 19 and stupid.
Damn.
And yeah. But Patton, that was weekend he was recording Werewolves and Lollipops.
Hey guys, you
Very
know why I
good,
said that
very
my third monitor wouldn't work?
Now it's working?
I just turned off because I had turned my TV off, and which is my third monitor, and I was like, fuck it then, I'll deal with it later. I just turned it back on, and that bitch is working, fresh and crisp as fuck.
Oh boy.
So
well, looks
we
like
still
you gotta sell your TV.
We still got it through though.
Yeah.
Because what was happening, and I didn't want to say it during the cast, but basically I had my notes page pulled up on the third monitor. But because I couldn't see the monitor, I couldn't grab it to pull it onto one of the working screens. So I couldn't get my notes.
Damn. So you were working without your notes that you had worked on for so long.
Oh, no. What I actually ended up doing is I fucking emailed myself to like the actual file, so I could just open it up in Google and use it that way. Your boy out here working. That's all I'm saying.
Your boy out here working.
Your boy out here rigging everything.
Hey, it worked.
Yeah.
Well, I'm back to my Chinese food and my Krypton stories.
Oh God!
Oh my Lord!
Come on, my guy. I love you too much to let you do that. Don't do that.
I'll see y'all later.
Don't do that. Yeah, don't do that.
I ain't hiding it.
Red, Red, you ain't got to be ashamed, but you also don't have to keep doing it. Don't do it.
You ain't gotta be so proud.
Yeah.
Krypton is great. It is wonderful.
It's okay to be ashamed sometimes.
It is wonderful. It is wonderful, and I hate all of you. Well,
God damn.
Baron's cool. Baron's cool. Baron hasn't said anything rude to me yet.
I ain't gonna say nothing.
That comes later.
Hey, you do you. I ain't gonna say nothing about your dumb Krypton shit. I'll see you guys later.
All right, man.
All right.
Peace.
Peace. Oh, yeah, that was definitely a good time.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yep. I definitely had me a good old time. I mean, I was excited, and I was more excited. It was everything I wanted. So.
And then you fucked it up.
How did I fuck it up?
Then you fucked it up with your TV.
Oh, but I mean, but I fixed it also with my intelligence.
Dude, you okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You're right. No, you're right.
Baron, what you up to for the rest of the night?
For some reason now I have a craving for Chinese food.
Damn. Some reason.
Right, there was a lot of talking about that.
Yeah.
The podcast was sponsored by Panda Express.
Basically. I mean, just understand, y'all talking about all this food, and I'm here in the middle of a 16-hour fast. So.
Okay. On that note, I ain't even gonna stop. I'm just gonna leave you alone. You poor man.
Yeah. All right.
Yep. Well, yeah, I'll be all right. I'm in my third week of doing this 16-hour fast thing, so
once you get used to it, it ain't even gonna be a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So with that, I wish you all a great night. Baron, I really do hope you can join us again, and anytime you want to. It doesn't matter if it's the Wednesday show or this show. Feel welcomed, brother.
I'll let you know ahead of time when I have free time for this.
All right, word. Peace, everybody.
Yeah, sir. Look forward to it. Peace.
All right, later, y'all.
Cool.